yo. What's going on, y'all? Happy New Year. Welcome to LYNX Live. I'm your host, Dame LYNX. Remember, love yourself, no exceptions. And I'm back for 2026. I survived dry January. Can you believe it? Oh, anyway, it's February. It's almost March. 2026 has definitely been giving me a run for my money, but I'm glad to be back. Welcome back to LYNX Live. I can't remember if this is my third. This has to be my fourth year, rolling this project out. And I'm excited for it. As always, I'm excited for this new year. I'm always excited for the episode. And I'm excited to just, talk some shit with y'all tonight. So real quick, LYNX Live. I'm your host, Dame LYNX. Remember, love yourself, no exceptions. And real quick, make sure you run over to SoundCloud, run over to YouTube, and hit subscribe. So you can keep up with all of my content, all of my drops, all of my music. I got some new mixes out. I've got, the YouTube videos for the LYNX Live episodes up. So, make sure you're subscribing, make sure you're checking me out, turn your notifications on, all that good stuff. And also share it with someone you know. Anyways, all right, so the new year has, New Year's been a little fast. It's been pretty good though. It's been steady. I've been, I'm definitely hanging on by the seat of my pants, but I'm blessed. I am blessed. So what have I been up to? Working, basically. Did I check out anything? I don't know. I feel like everything has really been a blur, and it's literally almost March. Shout out to that mix. Hopefully you like that opening mix. I had the pleasure of once again doing the show music for my best friend Caesar's New York Fashion Week show. Shout out to Esvalon. Another year done. He had a show back on February 7th. And I'm just proud of him. So hopefully you like that mix. You want to check out the full show mix. It is on SoundCloud. It's also on YouTube. But I guess we'll just jump right in. Quarter one so far. The music has already been impressive. I have liked a lot of the drops that have come out this year. So let's get right into Music Bites since we want to talk music. And just so you know, Music Bites is giving you a free month of SoundCloud Artist Pro. For those of you who use SoundCloud and want to let your music and your mixes and your productions hit more ears, definitely subscribe to SoundCloud Artist Pro. I have been a member for years. So check out the link in my bio so you can get your free month of SoundCloud Artist Pro. All right. Let's get into these new releases. Like I said, quarter one it started off very strong. All of the artists that I was looking forward to delivered, LYNX. Gotta show love to LYNX. Her latest project, Vacancy, makes her 3 out of 3 for solid albums. This album is so good. She left who was she with J. Cole's camp. I can't remember the name right now of their camp. And she's been working with Jermaine Dupri and then Division and that whole team over there. I love what they did with the album. They definitely understood the assignment. LYNX, you did a great job. And you're looking so good these days. And you look so happy. And I can tell someone is managing that social media for her too. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Also, LMA. LMA hadn't really been on my radar for a while, but I always tend to like LMA's projects. It's always smooth R&B, love music, and she didn't disappoint either. LMA has a very strong project. I still been playing Ari's a lot more, but I definitely like the Ella vibe. Elijah Blake, my fellow Gemini, he delivered another great project called Gemini. Shout out to us. Solid project there. Y'all girl Tim's also dropped an EP, and she reminded me of why everyone likes her so much. I'm not the hugest fan of Tim's. I like I like her, but she's not my favorite, you know. But this EP, I found myself really enjoying it. So shout out to Tim, solid project there. Don Toliver delivered. I knew he was coming. He dropped, album's been on repeat. Don Toliver's album sounds like the perfect ghetto love story. Like, I literally can't stop playing it. I listen to it at least once a day. J. Cole dropped 2. I liked his rollout. Definitely like the project with J. Cole. So like I said, quarter one is already giving me what I need musically. I'm excited for the drops for the rest of the year. I literally have so much that I can play from this year and last year that I'm not like scrambling for music. So some solid projects have dropped. All right, so what else has been going on this year? Let's catch up real quick. So the Grammys aired. You guys know I've been covering the Grammys for like the last 6 years. One second. I've been covering the Grammys for like the last 6 years, probably ever since COVID made them do like the virtual awards, and that's when I saw the production value get better. But nonetheless, I've been covering it for the last few years. This one was probably my least favorite of the most recent airings of the Grammys. I don't know, I just didn't maybe know a lot of the artists that were there. It kind of drug on a little bit. There were some dope moments. It wasn't a bad show at all. I just think that, I think I enjoyed the last few years. Last year, I enjoyed it a lot. I remember really enjoying last year's Grammys. But nonetheless, Trevor Noah, this is his final year. I didn't know that. So he's been hosting for 6 years. He's been consistent, very charming. So I wonder who will replace him. Hey, Grammys. No, I'm not ready. No, I ain't even gonna play like that. But one day, one day. So yeah, Trevor did amazing per usual. Really great jokes. He was working the crowd. He kept fooling with Bad Bunny. I don't think Bad Bunny liked that all too much. But no, shout out to Trevor. Some other highlights. Kendrick Lamar won really, really big for his GNX project. I'm definitely not surprised by that. What was really funny was when Cher announced SZA and Kendrick for winning for Luther. When she was reading the card, she got excited and announced them as Luther Vandross. And Cher, everybody knows Cher is a bit on the older side, so we were just excited to see her out. But that was definitely a funny moment for sure. It was definitely a funny moment for sure. Bad Bunny won Album of the Year. You know what? D'Angelo's tribute. Let me go back for a second. The D'Angelo tribute, I actually really did enjoy that tribute. I thought they did D'Angelo justice. Lucky Day came out. Lauryn Hill came out, and she looked and sounded great. Aside from her showing up late to performances, and now performances being historically known for showing up super late to performances, I haven't bothered to go see Lauryn Hill live, but it was so refreshing to see her at the D'Angelo tribute. She looked great. She sounded great. Raphael Sadiq. I mean, the D'Angelo tribute I really enjoyed. That was probably my favorite part of the night. It had to be. Pharrell was honored. I think he got the Global Icon Award. And then the Clips performance was huge. They also won their first Grammy for their amazing album that they dropped last year. Justin Bieber's solo performance. I didn't really get into the Bieber album last year. I just didn't find time. I think it dropped around maybe the same time as Cardi. So I don't know. I just wasn't interested. But his solo performance was kind of weird to me. If you know, you know. Anyway, some other highlights. Queen Latifah and Doechii presented for Rap Album of the Year. Queen Latifah looked amazing. Such a queen, so regal. And she was there with her girlfriend, I guess. I don't know if she's ever confirmed that. That's why I say I guess. But anyway, it's great. It was great to see them out. Kalani and Duran Bernard won their first Grammys, and I've got to give it to Folded. Folded is definitely a moment. Folded's definitely a moment, okay? Really liked the record. I kind of stayed away from it in the beginning because it was literally everywhere. But Grammy well earned, Kehlani. And Duran Bernard, you have been amazing forever. I'm glad that people are seeing it even before you get to where you're going, because it's just getting started for him. So y'all know I went and saw Duran last year at the Fillmore, my favorite venue, over in Silver Spring, and he did such a great job. Such a great job. So, what else happened? Billy Porter. I just can't with Billy Porter. So, and Nicki Minaj and her Twitter rant. Look, I keep telling y'all, I don't know what's going on with Onika. Do not ask me. Anyway, solid Grammy show. It wasn't bad, but out of the last few, it wasn't my favorite. But good job. Good job, Grammys. Super Bowl came after that. The game was pretty much a snooze. I don't even really care for the ads that much. You know, why were the ads like so serious? Like they were like about mental health and like muscular sclerosis and like, I don't know. Dead ladybugs going extinct. I'm like, what? I thought the purpose of watching the Super Bowl was for the commercials and the halftime show. Anyway, that game was a snooze. Bad Bunny's halftime performance, it was pretty good. It was okay, I guess. I really loved the setup, the artistry of it, the production of it was top tier. I haven't revisited the performance, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was just loving the music either. But I definitely loved the energy of the performance, and probably because I'm not familiar with Bad Bunny's full catalog, I more so like him as a personality. Shout out to his Calvin Klein ad from last year. And also his most recent Vogue or GQ. He has a really cute photo shoot that he just recently did. But shout out to Bad Bunny. You know, really epic performance, just a really epic moment for him to be there. And so I support it. Also, I haven't watched it. I've only watched it one time. And y'all remember last year, I had to walk back my take on the Kendrick performance last year. So after watching that one a second time. So I'm not going to say too much about it, but it was definitely a moment. So another person making headlines at the Super Bowl, Cardi B. You know, here's the thing with Cardi. I have always genuinely loved Cardi. I love her music. I love her style. I love her as a personality. So I love Cardi, and I definitely fuck with her. Am I the drama? It's still a great project. I will say it myself. I find myself going back to singles all the time and just listening to those individual songs because she gives me a certain energy. But anyway, we love Cardi because she's so authentic. So check this out. Cardi B was on the red carpet being interviewed. You know, she's dating Stephon Diggs, who plays for one of the teams that was on the Super Bowl. Y'all know I don't know. I think the Patriots. Don't give me the line. Let me know if I'm right or not. And they asked her if she had any words to say to Stephon before the big game. And all she did was look at the camera and say, "Good luck," and walked away. It was that good luck was louder than anything going on inside that Super Bowl, because we know what that meant. Then rumors started to circulate allegedly about there being beef with the baby mama being there, the most recent ones with the kids and all that stuff. And you know, I have really just mind my business when it comes to the Stephon and Cardi situation. I have not spoken about how I genuinely feel, but Cardi, let's leave that where it's at. Let's leave that where it's at. The tour has kicked off for Am I the Drama. I think it's called the Little Miss Drama Tour. I'm seeing mixed reviews on it, but y'all did Renaissance. Y'all tried to play Beyonce face when Renaissance Tour first started. So I'm gonna let her catch her momentum. I don't think I'm gonna be going to that show unless I just come across some super cheap tickets or some free tickets. But I'm still definitely fucking with Am I the Drama. Okay. All right. So lastly, Kanye West apologized. I haven't read the full apology yet, and actually I was supposed to read it on air, but guess what? I did not clip it. So I'm going to not even worry about it. Kanye West issued an apology via the New York Times about some of the problematic statements that he has made over the last few years. I was going to read the whole apology in real time, but since I forgot it, here's the thing with Kanye. I understand that he suffers and has been dealing with mental health challenges and things like that. And there comes a point where you have to show us instead of telling us. He has apologized before. He has relapsed before. So I'm all for Kanye. I have not necessarily canceled him 100%. But the last few years, I have not been paying him much attention. But if he's genuinely sorry this time and shows, some changes in behavior, hey, I'm here for it. Whatever. I just want everybody to be well. Everybody to be well. All right, look, that's going to be it for Music Bites. We're going to get into some more music and we'll be right back with some reality. So make sure you grab your drinks.